So,
Okay, cool.
Sorry, folks.
All right. Well,
start your spiel over.
Okay. So, hi, it's Judy from Artistic Artifacts in Alexandria, Virginia. So, thanks for being part of our community. We're glad that you're here. Our guests this morning are going to be the creators of Fit for Art patterns, and we'll get to that introduction in a minute. But I do want to remind you that our email newsletter is coming out Wednesdays at 4 to 5 o'clock every Wednesday. If you are not getting it, please go to our brand new looking website and hit the subscribe button, because we're getting into problems with the email providers on your end are not accepting our emails. So if you haven't gotten it, we have to go through the process again. So we appreciate your patience with that. It's been a little bit more of a hiccup than we thought it was going to be. So if you could just be on the lookout for that. So the other thing I want to let you know is that on Thursday evening, we are featuring our Indian handicrafts in our Comments Sold program. Starts at 7 o'clock on Thursday. So Comments Sold, you can go to Apple or Android App Store, download Artistic Artifacts, and you can shop along with us on Thursday evening. So we have some one-of-a-kind items, some caftans, some artwork, some canthas, some new fabrics. We just got some new fabrics in from India.
Wood blocks?
Wood blocks. Of course, we always have wood blocks. And actually, we're waiting for a really big order of wood blocks. So hopefully, I don't think it'll be here for Thursday, but it's coming. Some new ideas and things. Next Saturday will be Kathy Lincoln. We'll have an embroidery project. So we will be featuring her then next Saturday at 9:30. Any other announcements you can think of, Chris? Did I cover them all? Oh, if you're in the Washington, D.C. area and you don't have anything to do today besides come visit us, we also want to let you know that our batik artists that are here from Indonesia are doing a demonstration at the Sackler Gallery outside in the garden area around the Sackler.
In the Moongate Garden.
Moongate Garden.
And it's behind the castle, the Smithsonian Castle, right off the Enid Gardens. Yes.
So if you find yourself downtown, go say hi. So that class is next weekend, and it is full and closed. All right, so we're ready to move on to Fit for Art. And I did spend some time trying to learn how to make garments, and I get really frustrated because the first thing you have to do is start with measurements, which is, I don't really want my measurements out there or even written on paper. But I really love the way Fit for Art has worked with these basic patterns and allow you to create your own. So we have Carrie and Rae, who came up with this genius process of patterns and working with them. So tell us.
All right. Well, good morning. I'm Carrie, and this is Rae. And we are going to mostly today focus on our newest, what we call core pattern, which is this Carpe Diem Dress and Tunic, which has lots of style options, so you can make yourself a whole wardrobe of dresses and tops. And we're going to show you a little trunk show to inspire you. But I wanted to mention just a couple of things about the core pattern. It's like, if you're already familiar with our core jacket and knit top, it's the basic pattern, and then we come out with variations that give you different styles. So our philosophy is you get it to fit you once, you only have to go through that process once, and then you can use your same patterns and make little adjustments to get very different looks.
I love that.
Yes, and so, so one of the things about this pattern, just like our jacket and our knit top, is it has something called a square armhole, which is super easy construction and very comfortable to wear. And if you can actually see it really clearly here on Judy's vest, which was based on our jacket pattern, where you can see how squared off that is. And then on my top, which is made from the same fabric, you can see that when you still see that little square, but it makes it super easy to put in a sleeve without a whole lot of fussing. So we would love to tell you more about it, and we have more about it on blog posts in our website. But today we want to show you all the goodies for our Carpe Diem Dress and Tunic. So the basic thing has, I guess this is a good one to start with, a scoop neck. All right, just very basic open scoop neck in the front. And then it has options to do either a sleeve like I'm wearing or a sleeveless version. If I stick my hand here through, you can see how that is.
I like that cap sleeve.
And then the third option is to put this adorable little cap sleeve on it, which is easy to do. Yep. And here's another sample with the cap sleeve, but this allows you to see the effect of that square armhole. It's not squared off for the dress and the tunic because you don't want a big gap underneath. We've raised the side and rounded it. But it's the same easy construction method. So those are some of the main features. This dress has a couple of the other add-ons that are fun. Oops, we didn't buckle it. But there's this fun little back belt you can put on to create a little more shaping if you wanted to. You can close it with like a button and loop with a keyhole opening or a zipper, or you can just have it all the way closed and pull it on over your head like this little nightgown that I was showing you. The neck is open enough for that. And finally, there's this very fun kick pleat in the back.
Oh, that's so fun.
So for a garment that's longer or just for a fun embellishment, it gives you a little more ease of movement and another way to feature different fabrics. As you may notice, we love to play with fabrics. A lot of the garments you're going to see are multiple fabrics, and so that has 3 different batiks worked into it. And then by contrast, this is a little more formal looking dress made with the same pattern out of linen and underlined because it was white. So it is a really nice occasion dress for summer.
Okay.
All right.
Are there little pleats on those on your shoulder?
On this particular, yes, I played with putting these little pin tucks in the
That's going to be a
sleeve.
blog post,
Yes.
but we haven't written it
It's not
yet.
in the original pattern, but
Fine.
it's a fun little feature.
You could use one of your feet.
Bernina has
Right.
several pin tuck
tuck
feet.
feet.
Yes.
Yes, they
That would
do.
make it super easy.
Yeah.
So maybe we should show also the pin tuck pocket.
pin tuck
Pocket
pocket.
over on this
Aw.
house dress.
This-
Yeah.
So this is another fun dress, and you can see there's a pin tuck pocket, which we have as a free download on our website or as part of a whole pocket pattern that's a digital download. And Ray put those cute little pin tucks in this sleeve also. So that's just a wide variety of looks for the full length dress, and then we use it a lot for a tunic or even a cropped top. So for example, the one Ray is wearing today, if you want to.
Well, I was just going to close the loop on the longer dresses and say that if you love these novelty cottons, which we never really know what to do with in garment making, they make really adorable house dresses, which are very hip right now. If you want to be hip, these 2 I made for a friend of ours who loves these novelty cottons. And they're fun, just really effortless summer dresses. So it's a great way to start working with the pattern, get your fit sort of organized, and get used to that square armhole. The classic square armhole is in the one with a regular sleeve. It's just in the sleeveless versions that you have that curved off one at the top. So the tunic, I'm first going to model this fabulous tunic, and this is Artistic Artifacts fabric. And this is trim that I dyed in the Artistic Artifacts dyeing class in 2020. It just happened to match. I wasn't even thinking about that. And I have actually brought the linen napkin that had also been dyed the right color, and that actually is making my little binding here in the front of the shirt. This is the way I like to dress in the summer, something I can just pop on. I like to have my elbows covered, so I want a loose sleeve, but I want a little bit of some fun thing, and this was a little variation. I'm going to write about it in our blog post this week, so make sure you come on and subscribe to our newsletter too, and you'll get our blog in your inbox every week. Our website,
And
yes.
I'll add those links
Great.
to the video when we're finished later today.
Wonderful.
So Carrie just blogged about this week or two ago. And this was one of the tops that we did when we were developing the pattern. We often have these little special details we added in that we don't put in the base pattern, but she gives you the information on how to do this fun little notched front in that blog post. And here's another one where you can see that square armhole because we have a contrast fabric here in the side panel. The side panel just gives you lots of fitting options, and it allows you, if you want to use some solid fabric, to give you a little bit more of a base. Now we haven't looked at a full-on sleeveless, but this is a little sleeveless top. It's basically a little tank top. Now mind you, the Carpe Diem is designed for wovens. You don't want to use it with knits. We have a knit top that you can make your knits out of that's very similar to this. And we even have sleeved versions and tank top sleeveless versions in the variations of the knits. So you'll want to use those patterns, the tabula rasa knits, for your knit garments. These are for wovens. That's what makes them absolutely perfect if you shop at Artistic Artifacts, because they have such an amazing collection of woven fabrics. This is a double gauze. We're seeing a fair amount of that right now. And Carrie made this. It's so cute. And she put a little band around the bottom with these little slits here. That's a real fun way to change up the look of the top with the side panel construction. You get these 4 little slits instead of just 2 offset, so you're not showing off the fullness of your hip.
Jen says it'd be a great way to use up scraps from other projects.
Absolutely.
Yeah, totally.
Absolutely.
Which is actually what your top is today, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Right,
it
yes,
was.
right.
It was. So Ray made this beautiful vest for Judy when we did another Facebook Live a year and a half or so ago.
Right, when we had just brought in the Indian icots, which we have a selection of that.
And
so.
I loved the fabric, and there was enough left for me to construct this very fun little pullover Carpe Diem top.
Another great soon to come variation.
That's great.
It's really fun, isn't it?
It's very flattering.
So our first variation for the Carpe Diems, which we're sort of experimenting with things with, will be some different necklines for it. So
exactly.
keep posted for that.
Keep watching. So this is rayon. There's a few rayons in the shop here, and it has a very drapey effect. It's always fun. I put little pockets here on the side panel. They span the whole side panel. So I have a nice big pocket. And what I did with this was I tried to feature some interesting trim. This was a print that really went with a lot of the core pieces in my wardrobe, but I just thought it was a little flat. And I found this great trim. This is another thing Artistic Artifacts has, some amazing trim. We pulled a really interesting piece of Indian trim and a piece of cotton for you to see another way that you could do these techniques. And there's that little belt again, giving you a little shape. Isn't that amazing?
That would be so
I might have to take some of this. It really is a really fabulous combination.
This is
isn't
Dear
it?
Stella,
It's so
Creekside by, it's wonderful with that. I love that trim.
It just
Right,
makes
the
it.
trim is so fun. Now here's just some basic quilting cotton made as the tunic, and we've our patterns have these fitting / design lines on them, and this has just been split along one of those lines with a seam added and little flat piping. We love this flat piping technique when we're mixing fabrics. It's described in great detail in our jacket pattern, but we share it with you here, and Carrie's used it, and there's another place. Her fabric was a little flat on this side, so she added a pocket there just to give her a little pocket space. You can also put terrific inseam pockets in those forward leaning front seams. So that is
So you have a comment here that you ladies are so talented and so inspirational.
we love to be inspirational. All right, so
That top you have, so you have this one and then one that's coming.
Yes.
Is that you could do pieces. We have these larger pieces, and it's still a mystery pack, so to speak. But these are vintage Japanese hand wovens. These are printed that you could use as accents or the pockets if you were working in indigo type of thing.
And honestly, when you buy these fun packets, they really push you to try new color combinations and new things. These little circles came in a packet. You all don't sell these, but we bought them in France.
Oh,
and
I'm
we've
so
been
sorry.
wanting to play with them.
I bet a lot of your customers have the cricket or something.
Right, they could even make any kind of little shape. And again, the beauty of this tunic is that it gives you a nice space to decorate and to do fun things.
Be fun with some hexies.
And this is just all a bunch of white cottons from all the graduation dresses I made for years and years and years as a custom dressmaker.
Yeah.
So during the pandemic, we got that box out and made several fun new garments, all white, but with a variety of different fabrics, which is another fun thing. So let's look at the
one to the dye. We should read dye or dye.
Oh, that would be
Fun
fun.
idea.
So this is the one Judy was talking about. So this one has 6 panels of kimono fabric mixed in. There's the other 2. I actually am really fond of the back of this. And these were the 2. This is the beauty of the charm pack. I didn't even like them, and I'm like, I'm going to put them on the back. And they look so great. So we become more experimental when we buy something that gives us a little bit of a parameter, just like the patterns themselves become a great parameter for you to work with.
Is that a pack from Laura Murray?
Yes, it is. And she has...
They come in 6 with 6 pieces now.
Well, that's right. Then that's what this is. And yeah, so, and this was like leftovers. This is a leftover piece of linen, a leftover piece of file, cotton file. This is that same trim that Carrie had put on her white one, just looks a little bit different, these bottoms. And these, again, there'll be a blog post about how we did that.
You just want to get the name of the pattern again?
It's the Carpe Diem Dress and Tunic. You can see it right here. And if you're already using our jacket or knit top, you would use exactly the same size and make the same kind of adjustments that you might have made it to fit yourself. So you can just launch right into it with the Carpe Diem.
And these are all from the same pattern?
Yes.
All the garments we're showing you,
from the same pattern. That's right. So here is a little cropped version. And this is, these were leftover linens and silks in my stash. And I actually really wanted to make it in all white, but I tried it out first in this leftovers so that I could make sure I was happy with the way that it looked. We have a pants pattern too, which we haven't mentioned, Eureka pants, and it has one variation that has a high waist, and I have found that I really like wearing these high waist, wide-legged pants, but they require these really short little tops. So it's been a fun way to use up some remnants and little pieces in my stash. And again, we have not blogged about this yet, but we will write about how we inserted the pin tucks. This was based on a shirt I had owned in my 20s that I had saved.
Yeah.
Found when I was cleaning things out in the pandemic, had always wanted to copy it, was perfect for the Carpe Diem, adding a few of these little details. So find ways to mix it up.
So June, the pattern company is Fit for Art, and the 2 artists here with us today are the sewers, the designers. They're the company. So
we are every element of the company.
Creators. And we do have we do have patterns on our website. There's downloads on their website, so it's really wonderful.
The patterns
we
are available digitally or
regular
in a tissue
pattern. That's a good thing to mention. I keep forgetting to mention that.
So this is a total collage. One of my challenges in the last few years has been to figure out how to make embellished garments for summer, because when we make embellished garments, we hide them with the batting, we hide all our embellishment stuff. So I've been playing, and this has some fluid fabric paint used as these dots. And then there's some free motion, which is hard to see, but it connects all these different levels. And one of my challenges, in addition to doing summer weight embellished garments, has been to get a little bit more of a sort of abstract eye. So this was an effort. I actually collected all these fabrics together and made a plan for this top when we were in France at our French retreat in 2019. So, and we have that retreat coming up. It's
I was going to
really
say,
fun.
tell us about that.
Right?
I'm like, okay, how can I get to France?
Right.
Let's
So
see.
we take a trip to the southwest of France every summer. Of course, we haven't done it for the last two. We stay in a 13th century row house in a copper making village that's 3 lanes that is up against a mountain stream. It's just idyllic. We have a beautiful workroom where we play with all these embellishment and piecing techniques on a small scale, so you can go home and incorporate them into your garments. And then we do tourist things. So we go to the Fashion Museum in Albi, which is a wonderful town built on the money made in the pastel dyeing industry in the Middle Ages. We go to a modern tapestry museum. There's a fabulous fabric store there.
Do you still have spaces?
We have a couple spaces left, yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And how
Catherine-
do they contact you?
Okay.
Through the website.
You can go to the website, which we haven't even said is fitforartpatterns.com, and in the shop you can find a link for registration, and you can register right there. But you can also just send us an email through the contact us if you have questions.
Right.
We'd be happy to answer.
And Catherine, we will save this so you'll get to see the beginning. One other question was, have you done this in denim? Now, I meant to ask you
This is a chambray, which
Okay.
is a lightweight denim. And then Carrie has this also chambray piece.
Kind of.
That's our
nice.
shirt
So
variation of the jacket
Oh,
with the
wow.
little tank
So,
underneath.
right, that's the Carpe Diem, and then I made a shirt to go with it out of the same fabric from our jacket and shirt variations pattern. So lots of fun things you can do with it.
That's
I
pretty.
think denim, you would have to use a very lightweight denim in order to do a tunic in denim.
But the chambray is a
But the
nice.
chambray is a very,
Very
very nice choice.
Would it work in the Essex, the linen cotton blend?
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Beautifully, yes.
Because then that gives you the same
That's
kind of
correct.
look. Yeah.
Right.
Yes, yes, yes. So this is one last little really creative piece. I've been playing with stacking organzas into some really, I think, dreamy scenes.
Yes.
And this I made to wear to Carrie's daughter's wedding last summer. So, and it is mostly kimono fabrics and stacked organzas.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
So again, we have not blogged about this, but we will.
Plenty of topics.
We
for
do,
blogs.
we
and your
do.
blogs are so great. I mean, they really help you execute
And
what it is.
one of the things I would say about the blog is just like Judy's always trying to let you think about new creative things. If you sign up and receive our blog Tuesday evening every week, it just keeps garment sewing in your mind. It just helps you remember this is an option. And I know many of you crafters and quilters, you think, I can't make garments. Our garments are very straightforward. We walk you through the process. We do whole retreats. We're going to be holding some events here at Artistic Artifacts in the next year. And so we will walk you through and hold your hand and encourage you as you start making. We can offer you patterns to make basically a complete wardrobe of garments.
So I think you answered the question because somebody asked about classes. Will you be teaching at Artistic Artifacts again?
Yeah, we hope so.
Yep.
And Judy, do you want to show some of the fabrics that they've talked about?
Well, Ray had some here where we have selected a few rayons from some suppliers, and this is one art gallery which has just really
is beautiful,
wonderful
yeah.
art galleries. Fabrics are very, very high quality printed. They so we're dabbling in that, and there was a couple of other. We've always been getting the Essex, and so we do have a good amount of the Essex. We do have some chambrays from Tilda. And then
Figo, we've got some from Figo.
There's more and more rayons that we're seeing as the reps are coming. The rayons seem to be making a resurge versus the knits. So this is
And they make just a lovely top or dress.
Right.
With
Carrie's
the
little green one
drapiness.
here is rayon.
rayon.
But
I just want you to see Judy has all these fabulous dyed pieces too, just like I dyed the pieces here that work. And when you mix these in, and this piece I grabbed out of her bucket, you know, this would be 2 great side panels.
Oh yeah.
In a top that would just give you a nice solid side to your fullness. Here is the one actually, the linen napkin I dyed and cut up to make the binding around my neck.
And Chris and I would be stitching on it.
Right. Well, I couldn't bear to get rid of this little trim because I'll use it somewhere else.
I'm sure this goes
It's going somewhere in the future. That's right. But these are real treasures that make your garments unique. And there is not a store I know of like Artistic Artifacts, which really offers you all these fabulous options for finding materials.
Let me just throw in one last thing, is that if you want to see some of these garments again and closer up, or other things that we've made, you can go to the photo gallery on our website and take a little time to look at them.
And somebody did ask about sizing. So I don't know that you talked about that, but
We didn't.
yes.
Well, they go from extra small through 3XL. And then we have different sizes for the hips, different pieces for bust size and hip size. So we really offer quite a variety. And then a full compendium of fitting adjustments on the website for the Carpe Diem dress. We have 19 videos on how to adjust it for your fit, for your personalized fit.
I think that's the beauty. In addition to what you make, the beauty of your patterns is the sizing and the ability to make it fit.
Well, you make it once, and you don't, that it works. And we did a fitting one time here, so that might be another idea. If we have enough people we can to support that, we could do it maybe in advance of a workshop. But yeah, that's the thing that I love, that you just fit, take your measurements, make your adjustments on your pattern, and those adjustments travel into the other pieces. I'm like all for that. I think more people are sewing garments or want to sew garments if they're not there. We find that as people are coming and buying Berninas with us, machines. So there's definitely a resurgence, and the reason why they want to make garments is to personalize them. That there's it's against the fast fashion. It's creating something that you love, and I think if you love it and you picked your items, you're going to wear it a lot more. I find that maybe the stuff I splurged on, I wear longer because I loved it so much. And that.
So you have a couple comments. You've got several people saying, could you have a fitting this summer? Carol says that was a great demonstration, and so I challenged Carol to get out her sewing machine. She's my sister, so I can do that. And Kathy Buck says I got to try one of their patterns.
Yes. And then we also have these ikat from India that are fabulous weight, and then cottons. And
these lawns are, that's what this is. And it's like
it's
air.
just absolutely
so
gorgeous.
Cool
and Kathy Buck, you could have these in your store also. Just saying. Just saying.
I think we have a few meters in the back.
Yeah, just a few meters. We can set you up. We might even be able to negotiate a visit with Ray and Carrie. Only if I get to go. I've known her since high school. She has a beautiful store. It's called Fashion Fabrics, and it's in Mount Pleasant. So
Mount Pleasant where?
South Carolina. Sorry.
Righty.
Near Charleston.
Right.
Well, that would be fun.
Yeah.
That would be fun. Yeah.
Sounds like a road trip.
All right. Any other questions, comments?
Well, we would like you to sew successfully with Fit for Art patterns, and we are here to help you and be your hold your hand and get you making some fun things.
Sounds good. All right, so for the rest of you, we'll see you on Thursday evening at 7 o'clock for our Indian collection of art.
When they can buy, we have our Indian fabrics on that sale.
Yes, we will. We will have our Indian fabrics, so it'll give you an opportunity to buy your fabrics for your Carpe Diem Tunic. So that will be available, as well as a lot of unique one-off items that came back in my suitcase. So, so thank you for
like
joining
fun,
us.
yeah.
We got lots of information for you, and I think that is great. This is Fit for Art really does believe in successful sewing, and I think that's wonderful. Thank you guys for being here.
We're glad to be
Thank
here.
you for having us.
Yeah.